or should I lock in?
Playing middle as a college athlete, I would say, like, the roar of the audience, the best feeling ever.
My faith is everything. It makes me who I am.
I really wish that you could talk smack on the golf course. Like, that'd make it so much more fun.
I had some, like, decision paralysis. Should I sleep or should I do the schoolwork?
There's momentum goes both ways, right? So if you start winning a lot, that momentum is positive. If you start losing a lot, you get that losing momentum. And we just got to find a way to overcome that.
Let's be great today, Lions.
Yes, sir. Welcome to a Live Top Podcast. I'm your host, Damian Traylor, and today I have Lizzie Ivey and Brooklyn Bolch tapping in with me. Welcome to the show, Lizzie and Brooklyn.
Hey.
How y'all day going so far today?
It's been pretty busy. We just got out of practice.
Yeah, we rushed to get here.
Well, you know, I appreciate y'all, man, coming on the pod, even rushing. They just got those out the shower, so appreciate y'all, man, for sure. But before we start the pod, can y'all give me y'all major, class of graduation, and what sport y'all play?
Okay, so I am a political science major. I have two minors, sociology and religion. I am a senior. I'm a junior, but I'm graduating early. And I play tennis.
Okay, I'm a speech pathology major, but the other thing is, like, longer, so I'm not going to say that. I also play tennis, and I am a sophomore.
Oh, you're a sophomore?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I thought you was a junior for a minute.
No, I'm a sophomore.
Oh, wow. Right now it's early in the spring season for the tennis team. How are y'all feeling about y'all individual play and overall team play on the court?
I personally have been going through a lot of hills and valleys because we're trying to work up to, like, our max potential to peak at conference.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been, like, a lot of mental health and, like, stuff like that I've been working through to try to get to my best. But honestly, like, Trey's been working us really hard in practice and stuff, so I think that we're going to get there soon. Just got to put a lot of hard work in and off the court. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think individually I haven't played a lot. I've been pretty busy, but it's been really fun watching, like, Brooklyn play and watching everyone try and reach their full potential before conference.
That's what's up. A while back, y'all received y'all rings after winning CCS tournament last year. How did it feel to receive those rings?
Felt real nice. It was my second ring, actually.
Yeah, she's lucky. I only have one bling, but 4-peat, so.
Yeah, hopefully we'll be a 4-peat this year.
Mm-hmm.
It's really awesome. Like, the energy when we win is so much fun. It's awesome.
Yeah, I think it's really interesting being on a tennis team with so many girls because when we won the conference, like, getting the ring together was just such a cool experience. And our team bringing back rings year after year after year for Piedmont, like, gives us a really good rep on campus too. So.
On to the sports questions now. How do y'all juggle the student-athlete lifestyle here at Piedmont?
Ooh, this is a tough one. I feel like the main thing is, like, coming in as a freshman, really you had to learn good time management and making sure you have, like, a solid schedule and taking time to be able to, like, eat meals so you can survive. But it's, like, you have to find time to prioritize yourself. Even though you want to be the best you can be on the court, you've still got to, like, fuel yourself so you can actually get out there and play.
Yeah, I think the hardest thing definitely is, like, you have weights, you have practice, you have matches, like, especially when we're hit full season, like, it's just so hard to balance all of that. And then on top of that, like, we're taking, like, 12 to 15 hours of school. Like, it's just a lot. And so talking with our professors is great, but also just, like, making schedules and, like, organizing as best as we can, because without that, I think we'd be all jumbled up and, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of being all jumbled up, my next question was actually, do y'all struggle with time management? Or have y'all struggled with time management being a student-athlete in college?
I don't think we have the luxury of struggling. I think that we're kind of, like, especially our coach has a lot of high standards for us. And we're expected to have, like, a high team GPA, and, like, he wants to keep everyone at their peak potential, and so there's not really much room to struggle. So from early on, you had to figure out, okay, if I want to be on this team, I got to figure out how to get myself in check. We're going to do it. We make it through.
You have to dedicate time to study, like, outside of class. Like, you you have to show up to class. You have to ask your teachers after class, like, is there extra stuff I can do if I miss class? Like,
You have to stay really on top of it.
We keep such a high, like, persona for our team that we never, I guess, also it depends on the person, but us as individuals, we're just kind of more, like, academic driven, and, like, sports is just, like, a way to relax and, like, enjoy what we're good at, so.
I mean, honestly. I seen y'all team GPA. They posted a couple months back, I want to say. It was pretty high, so congrats to y'all for sure. I can only imagine being a student athlete, and y'all are on the road a lot this year, so. But we're going to get in that part a little later in the show. My second question is, what made y'all fall in love with the sport of tennis?
So I played a lot of different sports growing up, and I played tennis when I was really, really little, and then I just stopped. So I can't really describe if there's, like, a certain point. I just think that I tried all the other sports, and, like, tennis is a sport that is kind of a lifetime sport, and also I think it's so just, like, such a hardcore sport. Like, you can literally just play for hours and hours and run up and back and off the court, and I don't know, like, I just find it, like, so fun to serve, and it's kind of crazy, like, and just, like, watching the pros and, like, wanting to be like them too, like, it works out all the muscles in your body as well, which I think is so interesting. Like, some sports, people just stand around and only use their arms or their legs, but our sport uses, like, every single muscle. So, yeah, I think just, like, playing it and then realizing that I had potential, and then working with coaches all throughout high school into college, and then being accepted here at Piedmont, I think that made it kind of a dream sport for me.
I kind of started a little bit different. I didn't start playing tennis until my sophomore year of high school. I started on varsity because there was no one on the team. We had a pretty, like, small team. And during COVID, I really dedicated my time to tennis because I was really bored. But I fell in love with it, and I really liked being able to be active, and I played, like, some club tennis in my neighborhood. And it gave me something to do, and, like, it fulfilled something that I hadn't been able to fulfill yet because I never enjoyed sports before that. So from sophomore year till now, it really just, like, stuck.
No, that's pretty good stories for sure. My next question for y'all is, what made y'all come to Piedmont to play tennis, though?
Oh.
What sold y'all to come here?
When I came on my visit, I had visited a bunch of, like, bigger schools. And for me, I knew that I really liked the smaller environment because I came from a smaller high school. And I like being able to really know your professors. But when I met Trey and when I met the upperclassmen that were giving me my tour and everything, I really fell in love with the team aspect and, like, the connection that everyone had when you're, like, watching them interact. It made me really excited to come here and, like, participate in being a part of the team because it just seemed like so much fun.
Yeah. Mine specifically was mostly school-wise, and then tennis just added to that because I'm from Texas, so I'm used to, like, really flat, dry, no trees, like, just kind of boring schools. And coming to, like, Georgia was beautiful. And on top of that, like, our courts are right in the middle of, like, big high trees, like, also, like, we're right next to baseball, like, all these different sports are all around, and I just thought that was, like, so, like, impactful, I think, to play around that. And so team-wise, I was like, this is so cool to have so many girls on a team. Like, it's going to feel like family for me being so far away from home, especially because, like, I am kind of a homebody at home. And another person that really helped me was Silas, who works in admissions at Piedmont because he's also from Texas. And
Shout out, Unc.
He did my tour, and then we met up with Trey, and then Trey was like, I think you would really like Piedmont, let me tell you why. And then Trey sold me on it, and I did look at other schools, like in Tennessee and all these other different places. But I think the way Trey designs our sport and our, like, team aspect, I think was just so, I don't know, I wanted it so bad, and so I was so excited to come here.
No, that's what's up for sure. Shout out Coach Trey for sure. We're going to get into him a little later in the show as well. My next question is, out of the 14 matches y'all have this spring semester, I was speaking about y'all being on the road. 10 of them are on the road. So how do y'all feel about so many matches being on the road this semester?
It's really interesting because this year our like travel roster is a lot smaller. So like for me personally, I probably won't be going to all 10 of those. And I really enjoy watching the team even if I'm not playing. So it does kind of suck because I won't be able to like go and support if it's far away. But I do like the fact that like everyone gets the opportunity to play on the road. Like, well, in the past years, we kind of would have like a big bus and have like the whole team go. So it is kind of different this year.
Mm-hmm. I think we trade back year after year. Like, one's more a home year, one more away year. This is our away year, so we are going to go to all those teams. But I think it's kind of cool, like, going away a lot because it's kind of a bonding experience for our team to, like, get away from Piedmont and stay in hotels together and play and work hard, like, away from Piedmont and then come back and enjoy and practice here to get better to travel again. But I think it is really interesting being on the road a lot, and it's kind of hard school-wise, but I'm excited.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy that you say about team bonding and stuff. Because my next question was actually, do y'all think these matches being on the road, or y'all having so many matches being on the road, you know, a more of a positive or like a negative impact on the team?
I think the only negative would be that we miss class, but I feel like there's a lot of positives because like being in the hotels with each other and like what I really like as well is our captains make our rooms, so you don't really get to pick. So you end up being with like random people on the team you don't normally talk to. And so it is like really good bonding because you'll room with someone that you never would have spoken to otherwise because we have such a like big team. We don't all speak to each other all the time. So it's really nice to be able to like get closer with your teammates that you normally wouldn't be close with.
I think it's cool also, like, eating meals together and, like, all having breakfast in the hotel together and then be like, all right, let's go, ladies, like, we're heading out, like, I don't know, and going on the charter buses together, like, traveling as a team, I think really helps us kind of just come closer as a family.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, out of all the sports I've interviewed, people I've interviewed, teams I've been around, like, I could say y'all team specifically, women's tennis is definitely one of the most, like, you know, locked in as a team.
Yeah.
Or, like, everybody's cool with everybody. So, yeah. But my next question is, last year, the tennis team went 24-4 with a 7-0 record in conference. Congrats to y'all on that. Y'all also won CCS tournament that last year, so congrats on that as well. What does the team have to do this year to four-peat?
Oh, well, we have a new team in our conference this year. How do you say their name? Asbury.
Oh, Asbury.
We did play them in the spring last year in a scrimmage. I believe we beat them. I can't remember the exact score.
I think it was 7-0.
But we did have a different set of starters that graduated. So I feel like it's going to be really interesting this year. It's a different dynamic in our conference. So I honestly, like, I have no idea what to expect once we get into actual conference play. And we get more on the road, it could really be like hit or miss.
Here's the thing is we've always kind of had a team that's like the talent's been all the way throughout. Like we've had like the seniors have just played on the court, and then when we came in as freshmen and now we're sophomores, like we've always just had people above us that would play as starters. But this year, like we the younger people have to be the starters. And so that's kind of like been a really hard thing in practice. Like Trey is very adamant about like we have to step up now. Like we have to get better. We have to be the people that are the leaders because all of the leaders have left, and all the leaders have had all those experiences. Like past people like Marion and AG on our team, like they played so many matches, and we haven't played all those matches that they've played. But it's good to get this experience right now because I think. It just takes us to a higher level, and so that's why our practices have been so hardcore, and also like Trey is so adamant about telling us like, hey, you got to step up because that's the only way we're going to get a 4P and bring a ring back to Piedmont.
Well, I hope y'all get that 4P for sure, man. I mean, I know I interviewed Silas earlier in the year. He was talking about it, so, you know, hopefully y'all can get a 4P, man, for sure. But my next question is, what in y'all's opinions has been the key that led to y'all having so much success season after season? Because, you know, since, like, if I'm not mistaken, like, you were a freshman, what year? 2021 or 2022?
I came in 2022. The year before me in 2021, they won the U.S.
South.
Yes.
USA South. Yeah, because, I mean, ever since you've been here, I mean, you've
Yeah,
won
we've
a
been
ring.
winning.
So, I mean, how does it feel? Like, what do you have to do to keep that momentum?
Well, I think that, like, we're in a really comfortable spot because we have been winning, and so we have that, like, initial, like, what's the word? Kind of like a little bit of an ego boost because we're coming in with this, like, great
the top
program,
dogs.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, and, like, a lot of people really want to beat us. Because normally when we go out and we play other teams, it's like, oh, we were playing Piedmont, like, that's scary for the other team, not for us, but. So I think this year it's like we just got to keep the good attitude up and be able to know that even though we lost all those people, we are still the same team. We still have the same, like, foundation. We have the same coach. There's no reason we shouldn't be able to uphold that same like streak that we have going.
Yeah, I think it's also, like, in the past, the energy radiating from our team was just so positive and so, like, we were just so locked in. And that's what Trey has been adamant about, too, is, like, our teams, we have to get that energy. We have to create that energy on court, and then that's going to fuel us to win, you know? So, hopefully, we can get there.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of Coach Trey, I mean, y'all brought him up a lot in this interview so far. But my next question for him actually is, can y'all tell me the impact Coach Martin has had on you guys individually and y'all as a team overall?
Trey, there's a lot of things I could say about Trey. He's honestly, like, for me, coming into college, I had a lot of hills and valleys, like Brooklyn was talking about, and Trey has been, like, the one consistent thing at Piedmont. Like, he's always been there to support me, and he's always had my back and always, like, worked around my problems with me, found a solution for me. And he goes out of his way for all of us girls to make sure that, like, if we have something going on in our personal life, it's going to get taken care of. It's going to be okay. You can still play tennis. Like, it's not the end of the world. So he's been, like, a great, like, rock for us. Extremely grateful. Shout out Coach Trey, but...
And then team-wise.
And team-wise, I feel like he does a good job at, like, trying to make us more connected as a team, and, like, he'll randomly take us to, like, Dunkin' on a random morning because we're going to go play that day, and we all get to go to Dunkin' and get our coffees and take our pictures, and, you know, he does a great job with the social media. Yeah, he's got our Instagram always, like, posting all the time, and, you know, he does a very good job of making everyone feel included. No matter where you are in the lineup, he makes you feel like you are the same part of the team as, like, a starter.
Yeah, as for our team, like, I feel like Trey really enjoys us, like, being bonded together and wants the best for all of us. So he doesn't, like she said, he doesn't treat one person higher than the other. And if you're really struggling on the court, he wants to know why and he wants to be there for you. But, like, ultimately he sees us all the same, so he's gonna push us all the same, which is what we need in order to be our best. And then also, like, individually, I think me and Trey have had lots of, like, deep talks from my personal life, and then he's also just been there for me being so far away from home. And he's not a father figure, because that might be weird, but more like just like a adult figure in my life that provides guidance, but also just wants the best for me, especially here at Piedmont, even academically, not just athletically.
Yeah, I mean, shout out Coach, man. He's really supportive. I mean, Dre and Olivia said the same for sure. But I'm really interested, and I'm pretty sure the viewers and listeners that's listening and watching right now are very interested as well. Can y'all give me a day in the life as a Piedmont women's tennis player on a match day?
Ooh.
Let's say it's a home game.
Okay. Well, it depends on if it rains or not. We might all have to wake up and get out of our beds early and go.
Dry off the courts.
Yeah, just that's a lot. But usually, if it's dry, we wake up. Trey usually buys us, like, Chick-fil-A or Dunkin', which is really nice. So he buys us breakfast because usually CAF isn't open. And then we go to the courts. We all get ready, and then our warm-up is a lot of energy. Like, we, like, blast music.
We all yell for each other to
really
hype each other up. Yeah. Very loud.
We all warm up, and then we start like our doubles with Trey. Like, he does drills with us, and we're just screaming out, like, so much. Like, it's so fun. And then then we get into our matches, and I don't know, like, match day at home is just so fun. Like, I love when people come out to watch us because the energy that we bring is just, like, I don't know, it's so fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's always a very, very long day because we have 6 courts, right?
Yeah.
And so Trey likes to play extra matches, so we'll play like our regular starting matches, and then he'll put on a bunch of extra so everyone gets to play. So we'll be there from like maybe like 9 a.m. to like 4 p.m. And if we leave, it's to go to the calf.
Yeah, we get there early in the morning, and then we're there all day long just playing tennis. And then we leave and usually go eat dinner together and celebrate.
Yeah, he'll buy us dinner.
You'll buy y'all dinner too?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Wow.
yeah.
Bro might be top tier for real.
But yeah, I think match day at home is really fun.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's really cool because I pull up some of y'all matches too, and I'm not gonna lie. I don't say the whole time because I'm a busy guy myself, but when I can come support, I will pull up, for sure. But can't wait to pull up to y'all next match too, whenever that is. When is that?
I don't know. I haven't checked the calendar.
Not this weekend, but the following weekend.
Oh yeah. All right, bet. Yeah, for sure. I'll slide to that. My last question for the sports side. After y'all college career concludes, what career path do y'all want to pursue?
Lizzie?
Okay, so here's the thing. I just took a little bit of a break from tennis for, when was it, like November to January, because I was studying for my LSAT, which is the law school admissions test. So once I graduate, I'm graduating in 3 years, so potentially I could be going to law school this upcoming fall 2025. Or I could take a gap year, but my plan is to go to law school and be a lawyer.
Okay.
Yeah, that's interesting. I'm here at Piedmont because we have a 5-year program for my master's for speech pathology, and so when I get my master's from here, then I will go to be a speech pathologist, hopefully in a hospital in trauma care.
Okay, that's
So,
what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up for sure. Those some pretty good careers.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be making bank.
Oh, for sure. I know. That's why I was. That's why I was like, yeah, those some pretty good careers for
Yeah.
sure.
Piedmont sets us up pretty nicely.
On to mental side questions now. My first question for y'all is: do y'all feel like mental health is important in the sports world, and why?
It is so, so important. I think it's like the most important aspect. And, okay, I'm going to shout out to Trey again, but he always tells us, like, if you are struggling at all mentally, let me know immediately. Like, that is the number one priority. Because if you are out there on the court with a, like, heavily negative mind, it's going to, like, ruin your whole day. It's going to really, like, I don't know, it really weighs you down.
Yeah, it takes away from your athletic standpoint.
And also, like, stress has, like, a big effect on the body as well. So it's really, like, I feel like it's, like, the core of sports is your mental health.
Yeah, I think it is very important to be aware of your mental health. And I think even if we're not aware that we struggle with it, like, everyone does have some kind of mental health. So, yeah, I think it's good if we advocate for that.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I feel like that's really the most important thing because, back in high school, my coach always told me the game is 90%, mental and 10% physical. So, I mean, mental health is definitely very important. And it's kind of why I started this pod, for athletes. So, but my second question is, can y'all tell me the mental toll being a student athlete can have on y'all?
There's definitely a toll. It's something that you learn to deal with as, the years go on. It's something that you learn how to manage, but at first, like, it feels really overwhelming to be a student athlete because you come from high school where sports is not, like, your whole identity in high school normally. For some people it is. But, like, for me at least, like, it was not my identity. It was, like, for fun. I'm just doing this for fun. And then you come to college and your sport is, like, your whole life. It's what you're dedicated to, and your, like, academics gets put on the back burner, and you have to figure out, like, hey, that's also important to me. I need to figure out how I'm going to keep both of these in check. And so, like, mentally it can be, like, really tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's hard, for example, like, going all day to class and failing a test, or just having a really tough class and professors just throwing so much information at you that you can't even write it down, and then you go straight to weights, and it's like hardcore, and then you go straight to practice, and it's like, wow, I played like crap today. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just all those things like can line up, and then that just takes a toll on your mental health, and then I don't know, like, you can't sit in that because like there's just so many things that we have to do to kind of be aware, but also like be able to help ourselves.
Yeah, I mean that's real. I'm not gonna lie, that's real. Honestly, I mean y'all said it.
Yeah.
Lizzie, this question is kind of specifically for you, but Brooklyn, if you have any input on it, you can throw your input in as well. Lizzie, Lizzie, last month you shared a little bit of your story on the Hope for Athletes Instagram page. Can you tell me and the viewers why you wanted to share your story to the public and what your story is basically about?
So my story is about kind of my childhood leading up to college, and I had like a very turbulent, that's a big word, but that's the word I feel like describes it, very turbulent childhood. And when I turned 18 and I came to Piedmont, I basically was emancipated, so I had to start from scratch. And when I was in that really weird period when I just got here, I didn't have anyone to like guide me or tell me like, here's the next step, this is how you're going to get through it. So when I saw this Instagram page and I was DMing with the owner of the account, I was telling her about my story and how I wish that someone had been able to help me. Like if there was like a book written on like, you have nothing, here's where you go now, you know? So I decided like, I feel like it would be really good for myself, like, and also great for other people that are going through the same thing to be able to share my story and say like, hey, this is not the end of the world. You're able to overcome it, even though it feels like everything going on in your life is going to weigh you down and there's no way to get back up. Like, there is a way. Like, you will find a way. Even if, like, you have to make your own path to get there, you're still going to make it.
Yeah, I think being a teammate of Lizzie's and, like, seeing that from the outside standpoint has been so impactful for me, just being her friend. And our whole team, the way we see Lizzie is just, like, she's a superstar because of what she's gone through. And, like, that, I think her struggles and the way we can support her has made us such closer as a team. And the fact that Hope for Athletes reached out to her, it was just so inspiring to hear her story. And especially for people like me, I might not understand that fully because I might not come from the same background as her, but being her teammate and being able to support her even though I don't understand, I think creates such a even cooler balance between us. And it's also really cool on our team seeing that like we have other people that struggle with mental health that have also been on Hope for Athletes, and I don't exactly know like their story or some stuff sometimes, and the way they're able to share that and like help me kind of understand what they struggle with is so like inspiring as well, because then we become even closer as a team together to support each other. So
no, that was really cool, and I liked it, honestly. That story was inspiring.
Thank you. Yeah.
My next question for y'all is, has there been a moment throughout your girls' sports career where your mental health was affected by your sport? If so, how did it impact you? Or like something outside of your sport that affected your mental while you were on the court?
I think this year I've been dealing with a lot of anxiety, and I don't know exactly where it's coming from. I think I just feel a lot of like pressure in and off the court, and so my doubles game and things like that haven't been the brightest like they usually are, that I guess I'm kind of known for. I don't know. But yeah, I've been struggling a lot with anxiety and just self-confidence. I just feel like a mental block, and it's really hard for me to get there. And I have a lot of people supporting me and stuff, but like it's still like a mental health problem that I struggle with. And so sometimes just being at practice is it's just a hard day because it just is. And like my teammates are always there to support me, and so is Trey. And I think that's what the point is. Like, yes, you're going to have hard days as an athlete and you're going to go through a lot of tough stuff, but like having people around you to pick you up, and like also realizing that this isn't like the end of your life, your days. Like, you have tomorrow, and you can always get better tomorrow, and like it's gonna be okay tomorrow.
Yeah. For me, last year was kind of difficult because I don't know if you know Anna Lassiter.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
So she's one of my best friends, and last year she was diagnosed with cancer. She was also my doubles partner. So that was a little weird because I was very, very used to playing with her all the time. And then all of a sudden, like, there was just a switch up, and I had a lot of anxiety being at practice, and it just felt very weird. And so it was something that I had to overcome, and it was like a new territory I'd never experienced before, but eventually I found the balance of it. But it's just hard sometimes when something like switch up in your life. You have to figure out how to deal with it on and off the court. I never realized how like big of a toll that could take on me on the court, but I would be playing a match and be like, okay, this is too much for me right now. Like, I'm ready to tap out. Like, but I'd never experienced that before that.
Wow. I mean, oof. Oh my God. I mean, yeah. I talked to Dre and Olivia about Anna as well, and asked them, like, when she finally beat cancer, the impact it had on you guys' team overall. And I could see in that video that they posted on Piedmont that it definitely meant a lot for just not y'all team, but just overall Piedmont sports, because everybody was there.
Yeah.
My next question for y'all is, what makes having confidence an important factor being an athlete?
Can you say that again? I didn't hear you.
What makes having confidence an important factor being an athlete?
Wow, you really just got me there. I think I'm actually in sports psychology right now, so I've been learning about this. But basically, self-confidence helps you reach your peak performance, is what I've been learning. So self-confidence doesn't always mean that you're going to think you're the best. Like, that's also an ego talking. But self-confidence is realizing that, yes, you have the capability and like the skills that you need. So if you work as hard as you possibly can, then you can't be, upset with yourself, or you can't be disappointed. And I think that is what I'm struggling with a lot. So, it takes a lot on my mental health, having self-confidence. So I don't really know. I'm kind of a blank on that one because I'm working on it. So.
Yeah. It's like the biggest thing about confidence, I feel like, is when you walk out on the court and you see your opponent and you tell yourself, this girl is going to beat me. Like, you already lost the match. Yeah. Before you even step on that court, if you tell yourself you're going to lose, you are going to lose. Like, even if that person is not as good as you at all. Like, it's just the fact that you get that in your head and your confidence is so low that you can't actually execute when you go out there and play.
Wait, I just remembered something now that she said that.
Go ahead.
I think tennis is also a sport where you can lose self-confidence and gain it back in the middle of a match. And it's really important that you are able to gain it back, because I could be down, like, in the set, and I could get it back, and then I could come all the way back and, like, beat the girl or go to a tiebreaker. And I think Trey especially is, like, if you give me your all and you're all the way down and then you come back, like, that is what he wants from us as individuals on the court.
No, that's real. Do you want to piggyback off that, or?
Yeah, I think, like, especially tennis is such an odd sport because it's kind of individual, even though we're a team. And so you get out there and, like, you're losing that first set, and it gets to the second set, and all of a sudden, like, you're picking up.
Steam.
Yeah, you're picking up steam. You got confidence back. Woo. It's like that's really cool about tennis, is the fact that you can. It's not over. It's never over. Like, even if you are about to lose a second set, it's not over yet. Like, you could come back and win and go to a tie break. It's just, like, depends on how you're gonna play, and if you have that self-confidence, like, you could come back and take the whole match.
That's for real, for sure. That's what's up. My last question on the mental side: do you girls think the sport of tennis has helped shape or grow you as a person?
Ooh, I think it's helped a lot, actually. I feel like tennis has become, like, an outlet and a relaxing place where I can just go hit a ball. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love to play tennis because I think it has given me such, like, an important aspect of like just becoming an athlete. Like, I don't know, other sports I guess I was good at, but like I didn't find enjoyment fully in it. And I think in tennis, like every aspect of it, the volley, the serve, the whatever I'm trying to say, but yeah, all of that like together, I think has made me like so confident in just like playing the sport. And then off the court, I think it's just really cool to talk about. And tennis in general, like it's such a variety of conversation too. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think tennis has really like helped me with community and like being on a team with a lot of other people that come from a lot of different backgrounds. It's really helped with like my social skills, I guess, because like growing up I never had like close friends, but being at Piedmont, the people that I've met here have been like the closest I've ever been with people in my life, which is really crazy because like I'm an adult now and feels crazy that this could happen now. But tennis has like given me that, and it just creates like an awesome bond with the people you're playing with, and you can even like make friendships with the people that they're your opponents, which is really cool.
No, that's cool for sure. I mean, honestly, on to the burner questions now. My first question: did y'all have any offers or interest from any other schools outside of Piedmont?
Yes.
What were they?
I had some in Tennessee. I had some in Texas. I had some in Arkansas. I mean, I kind of went to all different states to try out. Like, I ran from Texas basically. So,
That's real.
and I think, all of them were great, and I think like all of them had different programs and stuff for me. But I think Piedmont was just a perfect fit, tennis-wise, and also just academically, because they had my program. Because my program's kind of weird, small, I think, and I didn't want to go to a big D1 school because all of my friends do in Texas. I'd rather go to a D3 or somewhere that I can actually play tennis. So yeah.
I never in a million years would have ever thought I would be a student athlete. So I was not looking at other schools at all. I had one of my friends from high school, he went to Piedmont and played tennis here, and he randomly called me one day and said, hey, Coach Trey is looking for girls for the team, would you be interested? And it just went from there.
Yes, sign me up.
Well, I actually said no at first. I was like, oh, absolutely not. Like, who do I look like? And then, like, a couple months later, I texted Trey, and I was like, I'm actually rethinking it. Do you still have space for me? And so then I ended up coming here. But I was not looking anywhere else for sports. I was like, I don't want to do that.
Understandable. My next question is, who's the most funny or wild person on the team?
Okay, depends on the moment, because certain people get spikes of energy at certain points. But I'd have to say that the most brain-rotted person is
There's a lot of brain rot.
Olivia Carpenter.
Yeah.
And she is such a beautiful human and has so much energy built up. And I think she is ADHD, I think.
It would make sense.
Yeah, and then, oh my gosh, when she partners with one of our freshmen, Emily, and then Emily partners with Sarah Rao, one of our captains, I think the explosion of rowdy energy, just, wow.
Yeah, it makes a very interesting,
It
like,
is
bus
so
rides.
funny.
Nah.
Yeah.
Olivia and Emily are definitely two people that I do know for sure, and they definitely do have
A lot of energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think that's the cool thing about being on a big team is, like, some of us are introverts, some of us are extroverts, some of us are ambiverts. I like to call the middle,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think all of us are funny in our own ways, but they have their own kind of funny, and it's got a lot of energy.
To keep up.
Yeah.
It's hard to keep up.
Yeah. My next question is, who's y'all favorite music artist, current or all time? It could be currently or it could be all time.
Oh, that's so
Lizzie knows
hard.
mine. Should I go first?
Yeah.
Okay. My favorite artist is Forrest Frank.
Okay.
He's a Christian artist / rapping, kind of hippie. I don't know how to say it. Anyways, really cool artist. Me and Lizzie are actually going with some other friends to a concert for his in Duluth, Georgia in April.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, shout out to Forrest Frank. And my friend got a haircut with him one time, actually.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
A little side story.
Okay. Yeah.
My all-time favorite artist is Phoebe Bridgers. I don't know if you know who that is.
Nah, I never heard
No.
of that one. It was like, what's her genre of music?
Kind of like alternative indie, which
Okay.
I don't know why. For some reason, I just have like a parasocial relationship with her. But shout out to Phoebe. She's never gonna hear this.
She's gonna come over.
But currently, I think everyone's on the SZA wave. Like we've been loving SZA. Like that's like the go-to right now.
No, SZA is definitely one of my favorite female artists for sure.
Yeah.
Shout out her.
Shout out Super Bowl halftime show.
Shout out Kendrick.
Oh my god.
They not like us.
No.
They not like us. Oh,
Is it bad if I say I like Drake a little bit?
It's great if you say you love Drake. We don't like Kendrick over here. We can't do
Oh, sorry.
Kendrick.
I like Drake. I like Drake's music. I don't like his life choices, but
That's real. I could.
Yeah.
See, that's understandable. Some
I
people
don't
just be
go
hating on
either
him
way.
overall.
I don't go either way. I just.
he's my
support
number
everyone.
one Spotify artist for the past couple of years. So
That's what we talking about right there,
Yeah.
man. Drake is definitely number one. He's number one on mine too for like past since I had Spotify, so about 7-8 years.
yeah.
It's number one every year. But on to the next question. If y'all could travel anywhere in the world, where y'all traveling to?
Ooh.
Let me take you to Rio. I want to go to Brazil because cool culture. 2, I love Rio. And then 3, I have a sponsor child there. So I've been sponsoring her since I was in middle school, and I really, really want to see her, and it's really expensive to go. But yeah, that would be my dream trip.
Rio. Okay. How about you, Lizzie?
I've already been to a lot of places, I feel like, but one of the places I have always wanted to go to but haven't been able to is France. Like, since I was a kid, I've always wanted to go to France. Not like, I don't really want to go to Paris. I kind of want to go to, like, the countryside. Or, I've already been to Italy, but I want to go to, like, this certain city in Italy where they filmed, like, one of my favorite movies.
My cousin lived in Italy for the past 15 years in Milan.
In Milan?
Fashion school.
Ooh.
No, that sounds tough. Italy is definitely a good choice for sure. And Rio is a good movie. I never heard somebody say Rio yet. I'm not gonna lie.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the first for sure on here. But my next question: if y'all going to a gas station for snacks, what 3 items y'all walking out with?
Good for you or bad for you?
It's whatever. Just
What's your
3 items?
like when
Okay.
we're on a road trip and we stop at Buc-ee's, what are you getting?
Oh, Buc-ee's is a different story.
Okay.
Are we doing Buc-ee's?
Yeah, I could do Buc-ee's.
Okay. So I'm a chocolate fiend, so I'm gonna go for fudge.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna get some of those cracker not crackers. They're like meat, cheese, and pretzels.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Those. And then last thing I'm gonna get is a pulled pork sandwich.
Yeah.
Some slight.
I have to get a pulled, like, not pork, but like the chicken one.
Sorry.
That one's really good.
No
And
offense to Muslims.
sorry. We have a friend that's Muslim.
Oh, Rohan.
No, Amir.
Oh, Amir.
Amir is
Yeah.
Muslim, so he can't
Oh,
eat
snap.
pork. So,
Yeah.
so we're being polite to him.
Yeah, we're
I'm
being
sure.
I
polite,
didn't
but
need to say that.
yeah,
Sorry, Amir.
the chicken barbecue chicken sandwich. I love sour candy, so some kind of sour candy, and then probably like it depends. It depends, but like normally like some kind of Red Bull.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Like an energy drink.
Yeah, like an energy drink.
I like the Arizona green tea. Yeah.
Yeah, Arizonas are good.
It's
I'm not gonna
good.
lie. Is that your favorite flavor of Arizona? The green tea.
I mean, I like them all.
Okay.
So,
I like
but
the.
I like that one.
I like the purple can.
Oh,
What
yeah.
is the flavor?
I
I
can't-
want to say it's like watermelon something. I just know it's a purple can.
It's
Arizona.
okay. It's okay.
Yeah. Next question. If you're stranded on an island, what 3 things you making sure you got with you? This is a very interesting, funny
My
question.
Bible. My Bible, because that would be good for me to survive.
Yes, ma'am.
Water is in the water, so technically I don't really need it. Well, I could die. I don't know.
I mean, the water around
Yeah.
Island is salt water though. So.
Okay, never mind. I would bring like water and try to figure out how to like evaporate the bad parts.
Okay.
Yeah, something like that. And then last thing, probably like a blanket or something.
That's real. I mean, it might get cold on the island.
I'm really thinking hard about this. I feel like I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna say I'm bringing a helicopter.
Oh wow.
Bruh.
I might have to bring some
Technically-
restrictions in this question now.
You could bring an RV.
I'm bringing, or no. I'm bringing a speedboat,
Okay.
like a really cool speedboat.
Bro, you could just leave the island then.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Oh my gosh.
I'm bringing. Gosh, what would I even do on an island? That's what I'm trying to think. Some kind of like game, maybe.
Scrabble?
No, I don't like Scrabble.
likes
I
Uno.
love Uno though. I could
Uno.
play some Uno, but not by myself. So I would bring a speedboat, Uno, and another person. I'd bring Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Yeah, I forgot to tell you. You could bring a person if you
Oh,
wanted
dang.
Yeah.
You didn't even think about
it's
me.
Okay.
I appreciate y'all for coming on the pod. My last question for y'all is, if y'all could look back and give your younger selves advice, what would it be? This is a deep one.
Yeah, I'm thinking. Thinking so hard.
If I could talk to my younger self, there's so much I'd want to say, but
Oh.
the main thing is like I never ever would have thought I would be where I am today. Like I'm shocked. I'm so grateful, but I'm just like shocked. And so I would talk to my younger self and tell her like, you're gonna make it out. You're gonna find a way. It's not impossible, and things are only gonna get better from where you are.
Yeah, I think that I'm about to shout out my Piedmont FCA shirt, but basically I think that without Jesus and like without like my faith, I don't think I would be here today either, because I did battle a lot of like suicidal stuff with my mental health, and I think that being an athlete and being in the world is hard, and like ultimately my faith and like especially the ministry on campus too has like helped me a lot. So I would tell my younger self like it's gonna be okay, and that there's gonna be people here that support you, and also like God's gonna help you through it.
No, that's real. Last thing before we end, I did sail. I don't know if y'all know what that is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did sail over this past summer. I was a navigator or whatever, and what I did was, before we left the cabin, with my words, you could say, I used to tell them, like, let's be great today before we left, kind of, brighten up their day or whatever. So, I'll say it with y'all if, y'all can. If y'all can say, let's be great today to the camera, to the viewers, before we end the pod, I'll give y'all a countdown if y'all need it to.
Yeah.
All right, bet. 3, 2, 1. Let's be great today. Well, thank y'all. I appreciate y'all for coming on for sure. Thank you, Brooklyn. All right, Lifetime family, that is the end of the Lizzie Ivey and Brooklyn Bolch episode. But stay tuned because Friday, Piedmont men's swimmers, Draylon Starks and Cal Ruckberg coming on the pod. Y'all stay safe out there, man. Like I always say, let's be great today.